after the VHS phase, what's your progression like or your journey like?
I guess what happened again was digital video. So digital video piracy of, softwares allowed me to go into the act of creation. So I think that was where I came in and started making short films and just grew the love of producing content in that sense. And I also remember as students as well, I was curating film programs for my fellow peers. The process of learning about content creation, I was actually teaching my peers as well. I was working on creation, I was working on curation, I was sharing stories, but I was also educating, right, peers in film or storytelling in that sense. I don't know, all that kind of came together, right? And when I first started my job, again, interest drove where I wanted to be at. So my first job was actually building a streaming platform, or one of the first streaming platforms in Singapore with StarHub.
What's it called?
Starhub TV Online.
Starhub TV
StarHub TV
Online.
Very original. It evolved later on to what? StarHub TV Plus.
Nice.
Some deep cuts in there.
But I think, again, first job coming in, that convergence of my love in content as well as building technology to help content be distributed to Singaporeans, I think for me it was like dream come true. Nice. So that progressed.
What was that purpose for you? What's that innate driving force for you to behind this? What kind of satisfaction do you get when you do this?
I think at the beginning, a lot of that was driven from, again, my love for stories and, again, the access of stories by people. So building the technology, building kind of like the platform to help people receive this content. I think it was really kind of like my drive because I love film. The act of creation was printing what is in your head, right, out to people to watch. And I think with the distribution platforms and channels, it was the same thing. It was then scaling that content and that idea from that creator or filmmaker to more people. And I think that was what drove me to the point where then after StarHub, I went to Silicon Valley. It was also a point of time when you felt like the TV was the center of the world, because of the set-top box and the TV station. But the world was changing. The iPad was coming out at that point of time. Mobile was increasing with what Steve Jobs at Apple has introduced, the iPhone. And I saw that the world is going to move into this mobile ecosystem where entertainment, consumption of content will be driven very much by those devices rather than the set-top box or the TV screen in that sense. So I actually moved to Silicon Valley. So I actually worked for a startup there. They were already very popular with a more desktop browser plugin